All right. Hey, everyone. It's Carol J. Dunlop, your online wow strategist and Amazon #1 international best-selling author for my book, Unmarket Your Business, 10 Ways for Savvy Entrepreneurs to Stand Out, Stand Out, Stop Struggling to Start Profiting. I had to think about that. It's Saturday, honey. I don't even know what's going on with my brain. I am so glad that everyone is here. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? If you're joining us right now live, we say live because I'm going to be honest and upfront with you. This is a recording. We recorded this just a little bit earlier today because we wanted to make sure we could bring you the best of it all. And sometimes you just got to do that. So we're utilizing this Facebook Premiere feature, and it's going to be awesome. So I have a very special person that is going to come on and share some stuff with you because I wanted to let everyone know what it's like to work with me as a coach, as a mentor, as someone that can help you get through things, because we all need that. We all need accountability. We all need someone who's looking past where we are right now so that we can see where we need to go, because a lot of us are just stuck, or a lot of you, including me sometimes, but I want to say a lot of you are stuck. You're stuck in what to do first, what to do second, what do I do after that, all that stuff. And having a mentor or a coach or someone who's in your corner who can offer you accountability, and not only accountability, but the ability to move forward, because sometimes that's like the most important thing, the ability and that push and that shove and that kick and that pinch and that slap. Yeah, I do all that stuff. So I got a very special client who's going to come on board, and we're going to talk about what it is like to work with me. And why we're doing this is because I want you right there, you, the person who's looking at this right now, whether you're looking live or whether you're catching the replay or whether it's a little bit afterwards, I want you to know that I'm in the corner for you, and I want to help you succeed. Because if you succeed, I succeed. And if we both succeed, man, we all win. And that's the thing that we're after. We all want to win. So I also want to let you know that the Social Media Mastermind is now open. And at the end of this, or in the comments or whatever, I'll give you the link so you can go up there and check it out. And hopefully I'll see you in there. So without any further ado, Miss Alicia Batson Whitaker, is that your name, Whitaker?
Yes, Whitaker.
I got it right because I know her as Batson, and I know on the live she recently did. She said, "I'm Alicia Batson Whitaker." I was like, "Oh, that's your married name." So I find out all kind of stuff about my clients. They don't even tell me, but I listen and I learn stuff. So Alicia, thank you for joining me on this Saturday afternoon. I know you got things to do, so we're not going to take up much of your time. I just, like I said, wanted you to share with everyone what it's like to work with me. So first of all, I wanted to put this out there to everybody. The Social Media Mastermind is open, right? And guess how Alicia and I met? On social media. What? It was because of a post. I was actually working in a consulting position with the Edge Connection, which is a great organization here in Atlanta that helps not only minority, but small businesses, women-owned businesses who don't quite have access to all the things that they need, capital, information, coaching, and stuff like that. And they have these programs. So they posted something. We worked together to create a webinar, and they posted some stuff on their page like, Carol J. Dunlop is going to be doing this webinar on social media, and Alicia signed up. So Alicia, why don't you take it from there? Tell everyone, how we met and what we talked about, and then what it's been like to work with me, and what made you decide to work with me. So I just want your whole story all in one.
The whole story. Okay, I'm long-winded. So
okay.
I'm going to make it as short as possible, but thank you for having me on, Carol. Like Carol said, I'm Alicia Batson Whitaker, and we actually met through the Edge Connection. We first had a conference call, I think it was last September,
yeah.
was it?
Mm-hmm.
Initially. And when I spoke to Carol, I think the conference call was only supposed to be about 45 minutes or so. And
right.
we just got to talking, and you were giving me some great ideas and tips on what I should be doing to kind of promote my business through social media. And so our conversation went a little bit over the 45 minutes, but I felt just your genuine spirit when we spoke. And so at that point, that was September, a few months had gone by, and I had ended up on your mailing list because I did take a webinar, and I ended up on your mailing list from that webinar, and you sent out something offering a course for social media.
Right.
And I signed up for that as well, and I purchased the course and signed up for that. And then, since I had been on your email list, you sent another email about like a strategy session.
Right.
A free strategy session for like 45 minutes. And so I did that. That was in March. It was like maybe the third week in March or something.
Yes,
and we did the strategy session. And once again, your warm spirit, your genuineness to want to help me. And you really didn't even know me that well, just a few times that I had taken your webinar course, and then through the Edge Connection, but you were just so genuine. So we got to talking, and then I'm like, okay, I have to work with Carol, because I'm like, yes, if she's willing to assist me, and like, it was pretty much like you were just doing it because this is what your God-given gift is to do. So I'm like, I have to work with her like as my coach. So I signed up for your Take Action Now course, and so it's been, what, about a month now since we've been working together?
Right at a month. Yes. And so share with everyone what your biggest stuckness was. Where were you stuck, and what was your struggle, and how did I help you get past it? How did I kick you, slap you, all that stuff?
Well, my, I guess, stuckness, so to speak, would be the fear, because you kept saying, okay, you have all these things in place. Okay, you finally got your website together.
Right.
Okay, you have, you have a Facebook business page. Okay, you have an Instagram page, and it's like the business profile set up. Okay, so you have these things in place. So what's holding you back? And so Carol said, well, I think you just need that extra push. What are you afraid of? And so for me, I'm one of these people that I don't really like to be in the limelight, so to speak. So Carol said, well, in order for people to know who you are, you're going to have to, in this information age, in this social media age, you are going to have to be on social media, and it's not going to get it with just a single post. So Carol told me, okay, listen, when are you going to go ahead and do your first live? And I'm looking like, live? And she said, no, you're going to do the live. So come on, let's look at the calendar. And so basically we set up my first live, which I want to say was it April 18th or something like that. It's been about 3 weeks ago. So we set that up, and Carol just explained to me, okay, yes, you're just getting yourself started with doing live video, but you'll get more comfortable as you do it. And just don't think of it as, oh, I'm talking to all these people. Look at it as you're talking to your girlfriend or something like that, or someone that you know very well. So pretty much Carol held me accountable, because she not only did we talk about, we've had my live strategy planned out like a few days before. So I speak to Carol like on Tuesdays, and my live is on Thursday. So we speak about we speak about the previous live, and then we speak about what it is, what's my plan for the live is to come 3 days later. And so Carol will jump on, and and that's very supportive. I think it's very supportive, because I already don't have like a large social media following anyway, but it makes me feel good that my coach, my business coach, is actually taking time out of her busy schedule, to make sure that, that I'm doing the live, because I told her I was going to do it. And then she's genuinely interested in my business and helping me. So I hope I answered
that. Is it. Yes, that answered it perfectly. And I love how you just organically said how the process works, because that's the process I teach. I teach you meet someone, they know you, they get to know you, they start liking you, they start trusting you, they trust you enough to raise their hand and then get on your mailing list. And then through the emails, they get to know you even more, and then they either schedule a session with you or buy a program. If they buy a program, then they have a, they just learn more about you. But it all has to start with one point. And for us, that one point was social media. That's why I'm so passionate about social media. And I think I guess it was yesterday, I was talking on the masterclass presentation that 40% of my clients have come from social media. But like we had talked about before, you've got to do more than just be out there on social media posting or tweeting or snapping or whatever. You have to develop a relationship with people. And I felt the genuineness that you said you felt with me, Alicia, I felt that same thing when we were talking, because we were just laughing and joking on the initial call. And when you told me about what you did, those beautiful handbags, and you can see her jewelry in the background right there, and how you wanted to put that out there, I was like, girl, what you waiting on? People are wanting to get this stuff. People are looking for you. They're waiting for you. And at that time, you didn't have a website. You were putting some other things in place. So Alicia did take action. It's one thing to want something, and it's another thing to actually want it and take action. So yes. That's what it's all about. And that's why I wanted to do the social media mastermind, because you get to work with me one-on-one, just like this. And now it is in a group setting. We do a Zoom call, but you can actually talk to me. So Alicia and I have spoken together, and she's come up with some great ideas. Now you've done 3 lives now, right?
Exactly, 3. This past Thursday was the 3rd one. What can I tell? Can I tell them like what I had done before with the other 2 lives?
Yes.
Okay, I'm really fearful because I don't like to be in front of the camera. So I actually, the first 2 lives, I did not even share the lives on my Facebook business page. So Carol said, no, shame on you. You're going to stop doing that. So the third live, I was like, oh my gosh. So I went through it, did the live. I have to agree with Carol. Each time gets better, because I think this 3rd one was probably the best out of the other 2 that I've done. But I actually did share that live video on my Facebook business page. And as Carol stated, okay, people may not be on their live, but they'll watch the replay. And I've actually had a lot of commentary from people who watch the replay.
Yes, I saw that you had like 33 views, and you had, 30, 40 comments on that thing or something. I mean, it was like, from when I was on there were only a couple of people that came on live, but then after the live was over, more people kept coming. And why is that? Because it was in your feed. People are interested. I told you, people are looking for you. They're looking for that awesomeness, that genuineness that comes from you. And that's one thing that gets to show through on social media, because as I said before, when I was doing the master class, people can tell how you are. They look at your, like, how you move your hand, your idiosyncrasies. They look at me, how I laugh at everything and stuff. And they want to get to know you. They want a piece of what you're doing. And if you show that you can solve a problem, then they're gonna hire you. They're gonna work with you. And then you, Alicia, you may say, oh, I'm just selling handbags, or I'm just selling jewelry, but that's not true. You're brightening up someone's life. You're helping others to feel better about themselves, to show off this beauty that they just purchased. And you know how we women are. We want to, look, girl, I got this bag, I got this necklace, I look good. And when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you project that to others. And besides, you and I had talked about how we are spreading the word and helping God spread the word through what we're doing, because we don't know who we're going to touch,
That's true.
So I want to officially congratulate you for, I'm going to give you a round of applause, as Jim Klein says, a round of applause for pushing through that fear, for allowing me to help you push through that fear, and for taking action, because I can push you, slap you, bite you, send you threatening messages all day, but if you don't take action, nothing happens. And I know that breakthrough for you is coming just around the corner, because you already made the first one. You're actually doing the live. You're getting more and more comfortable at things, and it's just going to be a matter of time before your live is the best thing going since sliced bread, and people can't wait to get on there and see these new things that you're doing. So why don't you tell us about your business a little bit, because I want to give you the opportunity to promote to everyone what you're doing, and so they can get some of this awesomeness too.
Well, thank you, Carol. So, like I said, I'm Elisha Batson Whitaker, and I am actually the chief handbag designer at my company, Balan. And so, my company is a luxury handbag and runway inspired accessory brand. And so, what I typically do, how I serve my customers and how I serve, anyone that comes to me, is I actually help the fashion forward woman create a conversation piece between her handbag and her jewelry, because we know it's all about the accessories, the handbag, and the jewelry, and all the other stuff that goes along with it.
It is. And you do that so well. And
thank you.
I want to tell everyone, if you haven't been on her live, give your Facebook page out, Elisha, so people can go there.
Oh, my Facebook page is Balan. It's all caps. BELAN. That's my Facebook page.
Awesome. And you broadcast on Thursday nights at 7 p.m.
I broadcast
Eastern,
on
right?
Thursday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Good. See, I had to get you to saying that so you can be telling people, because people are going to want to. And those comments. Yes, the comments on there were like, "This is awesome. I love this." And I remember a couple of people were saying, "Hey, I want this right now." You're like, "Oh, I get this to you," because you were doing your Mother's Day thing. So don't sleep on. I want to tell everyone, including you, Elisha, don't sleep on your gifts, because God gave it to you for a reason. And as I had shared with Elisha and a couple of other clients before, I was kicking and screaming into being a coach. I did not want people to call me a coach. I'm like, I'm not a coach. I don't do the coaching. I'm a strategist. But God said, I don't think so. I think you need to be coaching people, because so many people were coming to me and saying, Carol, how do I? And I was like, okay, this is a strategy. And the stuff started working, because look at you now, Elisha. You have 3 wins under your belt. You went from, like, when we first talked, it was September of last year.
Correct.
September of last year.
Yes.
So since then, you did get your website, but
correct.
You didn't do nothing else. I mean, you were sitting on your gifts, and now, and we just started working together a month ago. You've got 3 lives under your belt, and people who know that you're doing stuff and waiting for you to come out there, right?
Thanks.
How does that feel? How does that feel? Thank you. But it's you too. How does that feel?
It's a feeling of peace, sort of, because I kept putting it off. I knew, like, God does speak. He speaks to us in different ways, and I know one of the ways he speaks to me is I can't rest well, like, at night. Like, so I'll wake up at the wee hours of the morning and, like, really literally cannot go back to sleep. And I'm thinking about, like, all of the things, like, that, that I have to offer, not just the fact that people can come and purchase, but some folks do not know how to actually put these pieces together. And some people don't even realize that just taking something out of their closet that's been hanging in the back of the closet can actually be a win-win if they just get the accessories and put the accessories together. That's really what makes the outfit.
It is. It really, really is. And I want to ask you one more question, because this is so important, because this person has been very important in our whole strategy. How is your husband feeling?
Yes, Carol knows the story behind all this with my husband, but so I don't make an entirely long story. He's always been supportive of me, and he told me he will support me in anything that I do with my business, because he's also a business owner himself. So he promotes that, but he told me, he was like, until you start selling some things, all this stuff, all this merchandise that you have, and it's just sitting and you're wearing it, but you're not sharing it, like letting folks know what you do. He said, that's got to stop. So since I've been doing the lives, he's actually, like, Thursday, he came home early. So when I was getting ready to go live, he had already gotten home. And so I came downstairs all dressed. And so he was smiling. He was like, okay, you look nice. Like, good luck, do well. So since I have had people to subscribe since the live, people to subscribe to my email newsletter.
Yay!
I actually had a couple more people to subscribe since the Thursday's live. So he's
what?
Yeah. So he told me, keep pushing. He said, just keep pushing, and then you just nurture your whoever is there, whether they're on the live or the replay. just nurture them and treat them, treat them well, because they're coming to see you present, something. So yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he's supportive.
That is so good to hear, because I know a lot of, especially women, men I don't think suffer from it as much, but women, we want our spouses to get involved or at least be supportive of what we're doing. We crave that and we want that. And when our spouse is sitting there going, okay, I see you, then that's like a couple notches up to keep us going, because they're always watching. Whether we think they are or not, they're always watching. They're seeing what we're doing, and they're making these little comments in the back of their head, or they're trying to, and when you come to them and say, oh, I want to spend money and do this, they're looking at you. What have you done with that other money? You know what I'm saying? But they
Right.
want us to win. They want us to win because they know if we're happy, they're happy. And if they're happy and we're happy, everybody is happy. And then those vibes, that energy just helps it all just explode and be more awesomer, if that's even a word. It is, because I made it up. So I'm glad that your husband, excuse me, I'm still trying to get over this cold. I'm glad that your husband is on board, that he's saying happen, because it is really you. God put us in the position that we could be connected together and that we could help push each other forward, because even though you're my client, you still push me forward, because when I tune in and I see you doing that live and you're like, okay, you're changing your look and you're saying, and you're doing your thing, like, don't know how to warms my heart to see you taking action and doing stuff and just feeling proud. And it's just amazing. Almost a little tear wants to come out. I'm sure one will. All right, so
I'm just happy to be working with you, Carol. I am so.
Thank you so much for. Oh, well, I'm good. I was going to say, do you have any last words that you would like to say to someone who's thinking about maybe coming into the social media mastermind and doing that? Because this is a way for you to get a taste of what it's like to work with me. It may not be one-on-one, but I'm telling you, I give my all in every single program that I do. I mean, I have to say, I know that Alicia was on board with the presentation, and she is part of my Take Action Now coaching, right? So Alicia said, Carol, I need to sign up for this thing. And I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't, because you're a part of the coaching program. You get this included. She was like, oh my God, wow, really? And I do that because I learned from some other people who are my mentors. You give everybody everything. You throw everything you can at them in a way that they can understand it and utilize it, metabolize it, consume it, and then put it out there, because it's only going to make both of you greater. So that's why I do that. So Alicia is very privileged, and my other clients, everybody's privileged. I love it. So any last words that you would like to say to someone? Then I'm going to let you get out of here.
Sign up for the Social Media Mastermind, because Carol is truly, truly, like I said, we spoke back in September 2018, and it was through the Edge connection is what connected us. But it's just like she said, God positioned us to be together at some point, and our paths did cross back again. But I knew through being on her email list and then even purchasing a program of hers and being on another mastermind a few months ago, that her genuineness, even listening, when you were doing the recordings, you can hear the genuineness in Carol's disposition. So truly, truly sign up for it. She's wonderful to work with. She's going to make you feel like you're just the only person that she's working with, and that's what I love.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alicia. Alicia is a member of this group, talking about things that she does, and I want to support everyone, and I want to thank everyone for being a member of this group, because y'all are very important to me. I just recently attended a training about Facebook groups and how you make everybody feel great and stuff. And guess what? I was already doing all of that stuff. So I want to provide you with the information to help you succeed, because y'all are in this group. Y'all are part of the Unmarketing Nation. And the Unmarketing Nation does things that are non-traditional in a different way to be more awesomer than everybody else. So y'all are very privileged. I want to let you know.
Yay.
So thank you so much, Alicia, for joining me today, and just from your heart talking about, you know, what it's like to work with me and be a part of my inner circle. And I know you're excelling already. You're winning already, but there's much, much, much more to come. And I'm so glad to be on this train with you.
And I'm glad to be on the train with you as well.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Carol.